the 4kclub.info with the team here. This is a team training, so if you're watching this, I guess you'll be watching it on a recording, and you're very welcome to watch. Or maybe you've just joined the team. If so, welcome, whatever that may be in some future time. This is a regular hangout we do on a Tuesday evening about 8:30 p.m. UK time, just to touch base, share stuff that's working, everybody inform me what's going on. There we go. Are you back, Sue? I'll unmute everybody in a minute. Right, okay, so we've talked about, obviously, what the 4K Club is all about. It's all about trying to get people to 4K a month in income, because that is when people can leave their jobs for most people. Do you want to unmute yourselves, Susan and Sarah, so you can ask questions if you want to? Feel free. It wasn't noisy. It was fine. It was just when Sue was talking there. So we did that 1 week. Another week all about getting leads, all about how to actually get people to talk to and how to sort of strike up a conversation, how to find people. So, and we've done separate training on LinkedIn, which is great. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah did that. So this week, really, it's about time we talked about what you actually say to people and how you get them to take a look at your business. So we're probably going to take about half an hour, something like that, to 45 minutes tonight, I guess, just going through that, because once you grab the underlying concept, it's pretty simple, actually. Before we do that, this is something that's relevant now. So if you're watching this in some future time, I'm sure you already know this, but Explocial 2.0 is about to launch, and it should have been today, but the reps have voted to postpone it for a week. So for the people in the team here, and if you're watching this before the 7th of July, you've got a fantastic window of opportunity here. The reason why it was postponed is because if you join Explocial now at the platinum level, which is the highest level they have at the minute, it costs you $154. If you are in that before the 7th of July, yeah, it's the 7th, Sarah. It's definitely the 7th now. Yeah, it's been voted apparently by reps. I wasn't part of that, so I didn't know. But the reason why they've extended it is because a lot of people are clamouring to upgrade to platinum level now. Because if you spend $154 now, you get grandfathered in at what they call a Premier Fast Start level. Now, on the 7th of July, Premier Fast Start level will cost you $400 to join, and then $95 a month. So as you can imagine, people don't want to pay the $400 to join. Now's the time to get in for $154. So you can pay $154 now, and then on the 7th, you'll be able to sell the Premier Fast Start, which has advantages to joining. We'll be able to sell that and get an instant $250 commission. So it really is a good deal if you're watching this before the 7th of July. If you've been thinking about Explocial, if you're looking for a business opportunity, this is a good one to go for. If you are in the States, now on the panel tonight we've got Sue. Sorry to put you on the spot, Sue, but from what you've seen of Explocial 2.0 in regards to savings, how confident are you that you could save back more than the cost of membership?
I think it looks really good.
So, I mean, we had a quick sort of Facebook chat about dentists, didn't we? And yes, there are discount schemes out there, Sue was saying. But that costs money in itself, and it only discounts the dental checkup. With Explocial, you actually get the checkups for free. So a family of 4, free dental checkups, and that's included in the cost of the membership. Roadside assistance, call a doctor 24 hours a day, get your prescription sent to you, things like that. Or Obamacare is going to be worried, isn't he?
Yeah, I didn't quite get that. Why Obamacare is worried about it?
So
I would have thought they'd welcome it.
Do you briefly want to tell us what Obamacare is? So you have to pay into it, don't you?
Yes, huge increases in premiums.
So why would you mind if you had discounts off going to the dentist? Because wouldn't it just reduce what you pay?
Well, actually, it doesn't cover dental. Most of the insurance plans don't cover it.
So the point is that they need people to join up to Obamacare to help fund the system, and if people opt out of it because they're going to do their own thing, I get it.
They don't like that.
I get it.
Also, I don't think I think one of the problems with people that I speak to in America is they can't afford Obamacare. I know a guy in Wisconsin, and he's really ill. And I said to him, "Well, that's terrible. What's the doctor saying?" He said, "I haven't been." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Get to the doctor." And he said, "Oh, I don't have insurance."
Oh,
No, it's
awful,
easier
isn't
just
it?
to opt out.
Yeah.
It's like being in a third world country. It's meant to be the richest country in the world. There's something wrong there.
So now we have a product that, if you're in America especially, saves more than the cost of joining. And again, if you're watching this before the 7th of July, from the 7th of July, you'll actually be able to give away a 2-week free trial. What a fantastic way to get people to try it. An average family of 4 in America now will save $9,000 a year.
Yeah.
And after 2 years, you own it. So after 2 years, there's just a yearly fee to keep it going, which works out pennies a day. So it's just like a yearly fee to keep it going. So you can imagine you can give away a free trial. It's a fixed 2-year thing that you can pass on to your kids as well. So the whole family can use it. And it's a lifetime membership. After 2 years, you can pass it on. They've really done their homework and included what works, So we're all pretty excited by it. So, okay, on that subject, I don't know if you are aware. Has everybody seen the new Explosion 2 video?
No, I haven't.
No, I've only watched Darren's Power Hour. Nearly finished that.
Okay, I'll when I share my screen in a minute or two, I'll make sure I bring that up so you can see it. And there's a link. Actually, there you go. It's in the chat there. Explosial.com/opportunity-overview.php. And it's 27 minutes long, but it really goes through all the benefits of Explosion. It's really good. I watched it this morning. Hey John, we've got John Young joining us on the call. Hi John, how you doing?
Hey,
Welcome.
John.
Hi Paul, hi Sarah.
Hiya. You're not out delivering tonight then?
Suddenly got very, very slow, so I nipped in.
Oh,
Well, that's good, because we're just about to get to the good stuff. Where we're just saying, John, that they've extended the period now where you can join at the existing gold platinum levels to the 7th of July. So it gives people a chance to get grandfathered in and get the Premier Fast Start now. So we've got a really good opportunity here where we should be recruiting like crazy to get people in while it's less money, basically.
Yeah.
Okie, right. So what we covered, how to get leads, yeah? We covered like how to use Facebook graph search, how to use just people that like comments you put out on Facebook, how to use friendship ladders, which Sarah seems to be having fantastic success with. So well done, Sarah.
Yeah, it's really brilliant. But then I found ladies only groups.
Yeah, well, whatever works. There's plenty of ways you can go and get people. A few of us have chipped in and we've invested in a Facebook ads course, which we've only got today, so we're going to have to go and look at that. But we can look at starting to do maybe some cheap paid advertising and stuff like that. But the point is, all of that is to get somebody to speak to. Okay, and the question keeps coming up is, what do I say to them to get them to join my business? Which is fair enough. And I think a lot of people are scared of it. So I'm going to go through some slides from Darren, and I'm going to share with you, tell you where you can get a script of actually what to say. I don't like scripts, because the structure is what you should follow, not necessarily the actual word script. You're going to get that tonight as well. But if you grasp this concept, this is what I want to focus on more than the slides or anything else. This is the concept. Let's suppose you know a guy who is a roofer and he fixes roofs. And apologies if you've heard this before. It's one of Darren's examples, but it just sums it up so perfectly. So you know a guy who fixes roofs, and he'll give you a commission every time you get him a job, basically. So let's suppose I go around Sarah's house, and Sarah's got a really nice old cottage, but it's bound to need upkeep. The roof's probably very dodgy. So I go around, and there's water coming in, dripping all over the carpet in Sarah's lounge. And I go, "Oh my God, Sarah, what happened here?" "Oh, Paul, we had the storm, and rain comes in now, and I'm getting water all over the carpet. It's terrible." And I go, "That's really bad, Sarah. I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, I tell you what, I know a good roofer. I don't know what his rates are, but I understand he's really cheap. Would you like me to put you in touch?" What's Sarah likely to do? Sarah's like, say, oh God, yeah, that would really help because water's coming in, it's terrible. Okay, well, here's his number. Give him a ring. Let me know how you get on. How much selling is there involved in that?
None.
Exactly. And what have I done for Sarah? I've actually helped
me.
her.
Yeah.
So Sarah's feeling pretty good about me, isn't she? What happens if the roofer is too expensive for Sarah, isn't what Sarah wanted, doesn't go for it? Do I cry about it because I've missed out on some commission? No. Are me and Sarah still friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Let's go. Oh, sorry about that, Sarah. Never mind. Who did you get in the end? Does everybody understand that concept of how easy that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we know that at least 95% of people aren't making any money in network marketing, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So we know they've got a problem, don't we?
Yeah, but it's amazing how all the stuff you see on Facebook makes it look like they are making money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, that's easy. It's, conversation-wise is, I mean, these products sell themselves. I've had that said to me. I go, okay, yeah, fantastic. And rather than just go, oh, I bet they don't or whatever, I always kind of go, well, that's amazing. What, really? And they go, yeah, these vitamins and all that. And then I'll say, how big's your team? And they come back with like, well, I've just started or whatever. And I'll say, well, I thought they sold themselves. Now I'm confused. Yeah, wake up now. It's on fire, man. It's going brilliant. Oh, it's just amazing. Yeah, so I go, okay, cool. You full time then? No, but I will be one day.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. Do you know what I mean? I thought you'd be full time if it was so good. It sells itself. Well, why are you trying to recruit me then? Just little things like that. Okay. The full time one is a good one. Because it's like, we're part of a team where people are going full time in as little as 30 to 45 days.
Yeah.
And that's true. I mean, I've recruited 25 in a month. Alison Hitchin went full-time income in 30 days. Gregory Hinton, $4,000 in 45 days. What's his name? I can never remember his name, Conrado or somebody like that. But, people are doing it. So all we need to do is basically speak to people, be friendly with them, get that warm and fuzzy, as Darren calls it, but genuinely get some kind of relationship. How's it going? What you're doing? Find some things in common. We're going to talk about that in a sec. If you can find 3 things in common in 5 minutes, you're friends. That's it. That's the formula. And the good thing about Facebook is you can look on their page, and you can literally, when you go in graph search or whatever, you can literally only choose people that have got things in common. People who, like Anthony Robbins, live in Grantham, where I live, and have read Think and Grow Rich. There you go, 3 things in common that I can just put in graph search and find straight away. People with dogs. If you've got dogs, we've got 3 cats. People who like Think and Grow Rich, who like cats, not the musical, the actual animal. Do you know what I mean? It's just like Facebook is a dream for that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to share screen.
How receptive is a bit of lateral thinking? Because I was chatting to some people in Australia, and that's always a good one because my sister lives over there, so that always gets my conversation going. Australia's always had a lot of affinity with the States. Have you guys had any luck or success in recruiting for Explosial in Australia? Because I often get asked, oh, it isn't in the UK, and I say, well, what does it matter? It's just a bit of a time zone difference. I just talk to make friends with people in America who've got a market of 250 million. But I was just wondering if you had any comments on Australia.
Not a lot.
Yeah, I've had 2 in Australia. But it's the same thing as UK, isn't it? It's like, well, people say, people say, oh yeah, but they're mostly American. It's the same thing for people in Australia. It's just a case of contacting people in America. I was speaking to Gregory Hinton the other day, and he said there is UK stuff coming. So let's hope so.
Also, so there is some news about things that are more applicable to our area.
Oh, that's good.
Is
Well,
it?
sorry.
No,
No, that's
no.
what I heard from Gregory, who was at Miami.
Okay.
But I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not really worried if there wasn't,
No,
because
I'm not.
I think America, we have the National Health Service, yeah. So you know, things like dentists and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, we still have to pay for it a bit, but you can still find national health dentists. In America, it sounds like it's a real dire situation over there. So I think there's a lot of need for this, and with the average savings people can make, and the fact that you can help grow a small business with it, I just think the market's so huge. What's the problem? You
Yeah.
know, just get you 6 people, in America.
But it's like pop groups, isn't it? You know, One Direction and everybody else, you know, they always waited until they could say, oh my God, we've finally made it in America. It's always the big one to crack, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, America's massive. You know, you only need 6 people, and then you should really be building your team below that. So just sit.
Can I give you a personal experience, please?
Yeah, go on.
I was in a place called Chico in California, which was obviously about 15 years ago, and I had a bit of a stomach upset. So and it wasn't seeming to go away. So I went to I went to the hospital, and they spent about an hour with me, and then the doctor said, "Here, take some Pepto-Bismol." And then I got the bill for it. It was $395.
Oh my
Wow.
God. 15 years ago. Whoa.
Yeah. So that's what's happening.
Okay. Right. Well,
Well,
first of all,
sorry, that's the other good thing. You've got the phone line help.
Yes.
yes, you can ring a doctor anytime,
Yeah, yeah.
24 hours a day.
Brilliant, that.
Right. Okay. Let's go through this. This is some slides from Darren. So excuse all references to Mr. Little, our leader. Okay. There's a few pertinent bits in here. So why do so many people fail? And it's because they try and sell. So I think by now we all kind of know that it isn't a selling model. You should not be mentioning any of the features of Explosial really when you're speaking to somebody, other than maybe, well, you know, we found this thing, it's really good. An average family, you know, it saves them $9,000, but you know, you really need to see the video because it explains it better than I can. You don't want to be getting into detail. Somebody other than you has to do the selling. If we go back to our example and Sarah's roof was leaking, and I say, Sarah, you need to call my mate Tim. You know, he'll fix your roof. He's really good. He does this, he does that. He'll do this. He'll do it for this price. Blah 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 blah. Sarah's going to feel pressured, aren't you, Sarah?
Yeah.
And whenever you pressure, you get pushback. Some of the worst advertising, I think, somebody said to me is why not try our new coffee or whatever, or why not try our new roofing system? Why not try Explosial? As soon as you say that, people think, well, why not? Because of this, and this. It makes you think, why not? And if you're not careful, you can get in that kind of situation when you start talking about, well, it does this, and people say, well, I don't need that, you know. So you can get on a downer. Just let them watch the video. Not everyone is going to join your business. You have to accept that as well. In fact, more people won't than will. It's just a numbers game.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the reason why salespeople fail is because they want instant gratification, but a network marketer, they build relationships because it is called network marketing. It's networking.
Sorry, Paul, I've got someone who wants to come on, but she said the link took her to the Hangouts. She can't get it to work, but I mean, all you have to do is click on the accept the terms, don't you, and join the Hangout.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, sorry, carry on.
Right, I might have to watch the recording. We're already well over halfway through. Okay, so again, you know, we kind of covered it, but people think it's about selling, but it's about pitching, closing, features, benefits, and they don't actually take time to connect, ask questions, build rapport. Stress again, what you've got to do is try and identify a problem. Okay, and if you're a good salesperson, that's brilliant, and if you can go out and you can sell it, that's fantastic. But of course, the thing is, most people aren't, and most people find selling abhorrent. So if you can do it, you're going to have a crap business, a really bad business, because it's just not going to duplicate anywhere. You just won't get any duplication going on, and that's what we want. especially with the new features, we'll be able to place people and things like that. That's going to be brilliant. So this is the slide I predominantly wanted to put up there and talk about. Relationship selling is extremely casual. I had to almost have some kind of relationship with Sarah to mention that roofer. So I had to know her a little bit to be able to say, "Oh my God, sorry to hear that," you know. And these figures come from the Direct Selling Association. If you speak to 100 people, you can expect 2 of them, 2%, to enroll on the first connection or exposure. So that's if you're sort of sending out links willy-nilly to your business everywhere. If you're lucky, you'll get 2%. If you can speak to the same 100 people, though, and expose them to your business again, then you can get up to 3%, not a massive increase. Speak to the same people for the 3rd time and expose them to your business, then you hopefully get about 5%. But after that, it really jumps up, look. So 4th connection, 10%, and the 5th to 12th connection, 80%. So what you have to realise is this isn't a kind of business where you're probably going to join today and go and get 6 people tomorrow. It certainly is possible, and people are doing it. You can do it. But I don't waste my first connection with people telling them what I do. I just ask about them. And we'll come on to what to talk about. But does that make sense to everybody, why you don't necessarily want to be pitching your business?
Yeah.
Especially on the first sort of connection with people, or even the second, really. Okay, so how to get that trust with them and build rapport. Old adage, people like to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And there's a thing that we got taught in some training in a job we used to do, and it was likes, likes. So if you can find those 3 things in common, good things to talk about. None of these are business, look. Form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. So John, you've got kids. So Mark, you know, what do you do? Not about, when I say not about business, I don't mean like Explosial or, you know, whatever your online business is. So Mark, what do you do? You know, for a day job, what do you do? Sarah, what do you like to do in your spare time? Sue, what's your motivation then? So why, you know, what are you looking to do? Why are you looking to do it? Those things you stay clear of sort of having to pitch your business, but you can identify a problem maybe out of these. One of Darren's good ones is they'll say to him, "How's it going?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I've just got back from Miami, and before that was in Cancun for a few days and stuff. Yeah, I love it. Do you get to travel much?" And of course, a lot of people say no, because they can't get time off work or they can't afford to. And it's about identifying that problem. You don't have to be as in your face as, "Oh, so you're full time in your business then," which I think is a good one. Once again, let the tools do the selling, not you. Okay. Focus on the relationship and the connection. I'm whizzing through these because we've kind of covered it. Like it says, it's not your job to sell or convince. You're just like pointing people. You're just directing them. "No, I don't want to work with you. You go over there. Yeah, you look good. You go over there. I'll speak to you again. Yeah, you're ready and you're hungry for it. Yeah, you go and watch the video." Okay, that's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. And remember, more people are not going to join your business than do. Just the way it is. We don't need to do that one. Okay, now let's make this clear. 25 connections a day does not necessarily mean 25 conversations. If you can have 5 conversations a day, that's brilliant. But to get 5 conversations, you probably have to have 25 connections. So a connection is maybe liking somebody's post on a Facebook wall and sending them a message saying, "Great post there, John." Something like that. That counts as a connection, okay? But it's not a direct. You know, it's not necessarily, John necessarily isn't going to come back to me and speak because he might be at work or whatever. But it's a connection still. I've made contact with John, okay? But hopefully out of those 25 connections, you have 5 actual conversations with people, and that's where you can try and find and identify this need. Not everyone will be interested, nor they will necessarily be qualified. There's enough people out there in the world that we can be picky about who we want to work with. So you should all feel very honoured. And as Darren always says, be married to the process, divorced from the outcome. And he says, like, be like Robocop. I think you should get the picture of the new suit up there from the new film. But he's right. You know, you wait. I always put it like waiters don't cry if they ask if you want a cup of coffee at the end of a meal and you say no. Just the same with this. If you ask enough people if they want a cup of coffee at the end of the meal, you will definitely sell some. And another Darren saying you only need 6 to 8 diamonds, really good people in your team to be financially free forever. So what we'll do is next time probably we'll talk about some of this stuff, like how we can maybe do a bit of marketing to get people to speak to, but I really don't think we need to. I think there's enough you can do on Facebook with graph search and sharing likes and everything, you know, to get people to speak to until you've got your 6. I think there's no doubt we can do that.
Right.
Let me show you this. In the 4K Club group, official 4K Club is the tag. I've put the script. My computer's running slow, so I'll just open it here. But I've put the script, so let's run through this and see what it actually looks like. Okay, so this is what Darren has used. I think he's now on 266 team members now that he's recruited. So, hello, it's Paul calling, but that could be on Facebook message. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a phone. Just wanted to reach out, touch base, say a quick hello. What's happening in your reality these days? Now, listen is done 3 times because that's very important. So you actually need to listen for as long as they want to speak. And then if you just say, cool, what are they going to do? They're going to say, well, what about you? And again, to stress, only talk about your personal life, personal adventure, travel, vacations, holidays, events, family. Tell a story that is funny to change their state and get them to laugh. So just out of curiosity, how are you finding the economy overall? You see, now what he's trying to do there is identify a problem. So we could say, you know, whatever suits you, but it could be, are you full-time then? How many team members have you got? So you're making good money out of your Wake Up Now business or whatever business it is. As soon as they identify some kind of problem, no, I'm not full-time yet. Really? Tell me more about that. You know, the economy is really bad. You know, healthcare is bad. Oh, really? Tell me more about that. And so what you're trying to do is get them to pour salt on the wounds to make the problem, you know, make the problem really real to them. Again, listen, listen, listen. So this is just like the leaky roof. Just out of curiosity, how's your roof? Oh, it's leaking. Really? Tell me more about that. Well, we had this storm and it's terrible. All right, yeah. If their life is going bad, wow, sorry to hear that. You know, well, you know, could you use an extra $25,000 a month? Would that help? Now, again, personal choice. I think a lot of people are motivated by that, and I think a lot of people are probably scared by it. And that's why I like 4K Club, because 4K is probably enough to get them through from their job. But you can say whatever you like, guys, that's relevant to you. They will say yes or laugh, you know, who couldn't. And then you say, well, look, I help people at that. So, you know, we have a team of only 200. Well, that's going to change now with the new rules, of course. It's going to be more people now. But it'd be easier to get, believe it or not. But you need to see the exposure video to see that. So, you know, we say, look, well, you know, I'm part of a team that, you know, is dedicated to helping people get free from their jobs so they can concentrate full-time online. I can probably get hold of our main guy. He's a millionaire. He was a millionaire by the time he was 35. He's recruited 266 people without any paid advertising. We're part of his team. He does hangouts for us sometimes if we can get him. Obviously, he's really busy. If we could get you on a hangout with Darren, would you want to come? Well, God, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's what you're doing. You're not selling directly. You're just trying to pique their interest and get them to come on a hangout with Darren. Or you could say, well, look, we're part of this team. We work with a guy. He's a millionaire by the time he was 35. He's really giving of his time and everything, but obviously that's limited. Would you be interested in getting full-time income in the next sort of, you know, say couple of months? Because people are doing it in 40 days. Well, sure. Well, okay. Well, look, let me send you to the video and see if it's a fit for you. I don't know if it'll be a fit for you. I'm not promising. I don't know even if you'll be qualified. And then that's kind of like taking it away from them. I don't know if you'll be qualified or not. But would you like to watch the video anyway? Well, yeah. because you're more likely to want to watch it now anyway if I say that. Send them the link and then just follow up with them. So if they say yes, it's important to book an appointment. Say, well, how soon can you watch it? It's a good thing to say, how soon can you watch it? And then call back, see what they like about it. And then based upon what you've seen and heard, can you see an opportunity? If they say, yeah, welcome on board, welcome them to the team, you know, it's going to be great helping you achieve your goals. If they say no, they don't like it, cool, what you got planned for the weekend? There's no rejection, is there? Because they're not rejecting you, they're just saying it's not a fit for them.
It could be in the future, though.
Exactly. Yeah, well, you're still friends with them, you know, that's the point. Darren hasn't put it in here, but supposing, John, you said it was rubbish and you thought it was awful, just say, okay, yeah, that's fine, John. So, but if it was for you, who do you think it would suit? You know, who would you go to first if it was for you? You know, or, okay, yeah, but do you know anybody that could do with saving $9,000 a year, maybe? I know, obviously, you're fine, but do you know anybody that could? Darren says go to them or through them. But also, I mean, if they're doing really well, you know, life is going really, really good. Cool, tell me more about that. Listen, listen, listen. Well, could you use an extra $25,000 a month for your marketing campaign? If they say yes, well, I help people add $25,000 a month to their marketing budget with as few as 200 transactions. If they say no, cool, what you got planned for the weekend? But do you know anybody that could do with saving an extra $9,000 a year? So that is in the Facebook group. If you guys want to get that, print that out, doctor it a bit to suit yourself. I don't like scripts, but I like structure. And you can kind of see the structure in this is get a connection, find out what's going on, identify a problem, and then offer to help them solve the problem. There we go. I'm back. Okay, so there's some messages here. Okay, Sarah's up to 2,255 friends now using the friendship ladder. That's good. 4K, $48,000 a year is the average US salary, so most people can relate to that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Is the formula still 200 people to get 25K? No, it isn't. It's a bit different now because the commission on the Premier level is $95 a month. The commission on the Premier Fast Start is $70 or $75 a month. Can't rightly remember. But you get retention now in your team because it's a 2-year deal and then you get it free. You get then you own it. So the retention is much longer. So actually out of a person you earn more money. You know, I recruited my 25 in a month and a lot just dropped out after sort of 3 months. Part of that's because they weren't doing anything. Some people couldn't grasp some of it, which is fine. Excuse me, but most part, you know, they weren't doing a lot. Well, if they were actually saving the money, they'd probably still be with me now. So retention rate on average in a network marketing business is 3 to 4 months. And I don't know if you've watched the 2-hour webinar yet. I don't think many of you have, but you've done it in bits. But Dream Life was an experiment for them. The Dream Life Vacation Club was an experiment for them as much as it was a business opportunity. It's been going 8 months. I think it was about 2,000 members. Hardly anybody's taken a holiday with it, but also hardly anybody has left. So they expect the retention rate in Explocial to go from 3 to 4 months to 7 or 8 months, but that's only based on the fact that it's been going 8 months in Dream Life and people are still in it. So in theory, it's going to be a lot longer. Plus the fact you can pass it on to your kids and everything as well. So it is like a lifetime membership for you and your children. So and also with the Premier Fast Start, you get your 250 bonus commissions up front as well.
But the other thing is it's finite, which is attractive to people, so they know when they've paid out for 2 years, they've then got the lifetime guarantee for, as you say, the price of a cup of coffee per day for them and their family.
Well, they should be able to save that. That's the thing. They should, you know, they should be able to save a lot more than that. Okay, questions, comments?
Comments.
On that script, you know, you say get Darren on a hangout, but obviously you can't keep calling him for one person, so you kind of try and organise a group thing, I suppose.
Especially when we launch, with the new Exponential 2. I would like to see. I'm going to do a special hangout showing everybody how to mass post into groups. Because what you can do when you mass post into groups is you can put out the free trial, 2-week free trial. Now, obviously, we don't know how that's going to work yet, but if we all posted once a day, mass posted into groups with the free trial, hopefully that is going to get us some business. Because once people get their hands on it, people don't like to give stuff up once they get their hands on it.
Yeah.
They're certainly going to be introduced to it, and if they can save some money while they're looking at it for those 2 weeks, but also it gives you, you know, when we're talking about things in common, you've got, you know, oh, so you've got the Exponential trial. What have you used it on? I haven't used it on anything. Oh, well, you better look now because you've got a week left. It gives you an excuse to go and talk to people, doesn't it? So, yeah, we've been doing that. But this week is all about trying to get people in at $154 rather than pay $400. That's what this week is all about, really. It's like if you can get Facebook chats going, you know, oh, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, yeah, it's going fantastic because recruiting's going like crazy at the minute. You know, one of my team members just got 2 people today. So today I've got 2, by the way. I've got 2 platinums. Got a new member and somebody upgraded to platinum. So, you know, it's a good time to be doing it. More questions? Anybody?
Well, the only other one about the script that I had was you say direct to people to hang out with Darren, but would you not also just want to send them to watch the Exponential video?
Well, Darren called me up and told me off a couple of weeks ago. Darren works for us. Darren is there to help us grow our team. Now, you're right, Darren really doesn't want to be, or hasn't got time for, like, if I say, Darren, I've got somebody really interested, can you speak to him today at 2 o'clock, and he's on a hangout with one person, and then Sue's got somebody and he's on a hangout with them, and then Mark, and then John, and, you know, and Sarah, and then, you know, and so on and so on and so on. So, but if we can coordinate and we can get a few people interested maybe and say, look, if we can get a hangout with Darren, you know, would you want to come on, you know, and hopefully, you know, people say yes. Then what we can do is any one of you can contact Darren and say, look, you know, I'm in Paul's team or whatever, or, you know him directly, some of you. Say, got somebody interested, when are you next doing a hangout? And then we can all try and get other people on that one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Sue, what would be good for you? I don't know how feasible this is, but if you could, do you know anybody in business that goes to networking clubs or anything like that?
My insurance agent does.
I mean, if you can leverage it, that you can get a presentation going where, you know, the theme would, I mean, I used to go to networking clubs. If I was in America and doing networking, I would do my bit where you stand up and say, yeah, my name's Paul, and I'm a search engine optimization consultant. But just to let you know, next week after the networking event, I'm going to do a quick presentation if anyone's interested on how you can add $9,000 to your marketing budget this year. Then you get a few people and then you explain what Exponential is to them, you know, how it can help them grow the business, how the savings they can make. If you can get a few people in a room, if you can get, you know, if we said 6 people even, for that you're going to need 12 confirmed. 12 people confirm that they're going to come on a hangout or something like that to get 6 there. But Darren would jump on, no problem, Sue, and help you grow your business. Because he'll explain it, he'll do all the selling.
Do we have better business bureaus in this country?
I'm not sure. My understanding is it's not really worth the paper it's written on because you can actually pay to be a member of the Better Business Bureau.
Okay.
So it's like you can just buy it. Yeah, there's £50. I am now a good business. It's like the Federation of Small Business. I'm a member of that, £200 a year, and I'm FSB, and people like to see it, but it's £200. Anybody can join.
One last question: are we okay to do sometime a 2 a.m. hangout when we've got some prospects? So, you know, we've got American time zone. I mean, you know,
I'm happy to do it as long as, you know, I don't want to be there at 2 o'clock in the morning, bleary eyed, and
yeah.
there'll be Sue.
Yeah.
But again, you know, it's like, yeah, I'd love to be there, but if I could get sort of, you know, 10 guys in America on board, you know, yeah, I would be there if I had 10 people. But, you know, Darren regularly does hangouts anyway, and I've done it before where I've got a guy in Colorado and said, look, he's doing a hangout today. Can you watch it? You know, and it's at 6 p.m. EST, I think it was. Well, 6 p.m. EST, like, it is literally 2 in the morning, I think, for us. So I didn't wait. I just contacted him the next day and was like, what did you think?
Yeah.
And we had a chat, and he said he was going to join, and he didn't. Well, you know, I don't want to run my business anyway. There's one thing and there's another.
Paul, can we get sort of a schedule of Darren's webinars, hangouts, actually on the 4K Club Facebook group or not, on the Facebook page?
Well, no, because then there isn't a schedule. That he just he's very kind of, today I'm going to spill golden nuggets, guys. I'm literally going to open the vault, and he's a bit like that. We can book him.
I'm thinking more in terms of if we know he's doing one, and then we can direct, you know, a prospect to them, to that itself, rather than because that's immediate, sort of creates that energy, doesn't it? And also the credibility as well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. I've got to get better at doing things like that. I mean, this hangout will be on the 4K Club website again, so you can put your username at the end and share it out if you want to share it out to anybody, just like the others are, and they'll all go on the group as well. In fact, I'll make it a big effort to make sure I get that done tomorrow. So we can do that. Anything you want, just ask, and let's find a way of doing it between us.
You mentioned, you know, the FB ad software.
Yeah.
So you've had a quick look through it. What do you think about it?
Well, it's not software. This one, it's a course.
Training, is it? It's training.
Yeah. It does look, from what I've seen, very step by step, and the overview. I've seen a bit of that, and that's very good. But the good thing about Facebook ads, you see, guys, is you can literally spend like $5 a day. You don't have to spend a lot of money on them all in one go. So over the course of sort of 10 days, you know, you've spent $50, but you'll get an idea for what's working and what isn't. And the cogs in my head are free trial. Only the ads only go to targeted people. So they're all going to be US. So they're all going to have a need for it. I'm just wondering if there's any way we can tie it into maybe healthcare or something. You know, people in Facebook that, you know, I'll have to do a bit of research, guys. What do you think, Sue? Do you think we could find people on Facebook that have opted out of Obamacare, for example, or?
Oh, lots of them.
Well, maybe we don't need to find people that have. Maybe the ad just needs to say Obamacare too expensive. Try the free trial of this.
Yes. Yeah. That might help.
What does Obamacare cost?
Yeah.
We're ignorant over here, so what does Obamacare actually cost then? How much would it cost in money a month?
There's just too many different plans to even try to explain it.
What's an average?
Insurance. Each company has a different plan. Each state has different rules and different types of plans, and some of them are including Medicaid, which is a state-sponsored, you know, source to help low-income people. You couldn't even start to get into it.
Okay, but would a typical average family of four where you live, would it be $100 a month? Would it be more like $500 a month?
More closer to 500.
So maybe 350.
Even more than, some of them are more than that even. They're just, it's obscene. It's so hard.
Yeah, so if an average family of four is paying, say, $400 a month, then that's what? You know, $4,800 a year, and an average family of four with the new Exposure 2.0 can basically save $9,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. That's what I think is going to do us a lot of good.
Yes.
And that's assuming they don't sell any. assuming they don't join as a business opportunity to make a little bit of money and cover the cost back anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
So you mentioned the trial period for Exposure in 2.0. We spoke before in terms of how that will work on sort of an ongoing basis and whether that is available to us to offer prospects sort of outside of someone just literally signing up. And actually we had the survey, didn't we? There was the questionnaire we talked about.
Yeah.
In terms of people being able to understand what savings they may generate. Have you got any more details on that? Do you know if that's something that we're going to be able to point people to as a matter of course?
Yeah, the new video for Exposure that I put the link in the chat for earlier.
Yeah.
In that he said you'll be able to email people or you'll be able to call them and send them to it. So there must be a link that is yours from what you said there. When on the hour of power that went on for 2 hours, go figure. But on that it was kind of like when somebody signed up, they immediately get the chance to send out 6 emails.
Right.
But from what it says on the official video, because you can call people and direct them to something, there must be a link you can send them to. So it sounds fantastic. Sounds ideal.
Yeah, it does.
So, I mean, free members are great, but they don't make you any money. So it's a question of how many of them convert. And if we can find a cheap way of getting people in to take the trial, even if only 1% join, it's still good for me. It's still good enough for me.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially because you're going to place team members to fill up, where you get pass ups. You just got to get your 6 and then focus on your team. It's really going to encourage team depth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Thanks very much, Paul. It's lovely to see you guys as well.
Thank you.
Yep. No problem.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing you all next week, 8:30.
Okay.
Thanks, Paul. Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
guys. Bye.